So the biggest thing that I want to say about the Vikings is I feel like we were all definitely surprised last year. There was a lot of close games. There was a lot of great plays from Kirk Cousins to Thielen. You had Cook out there running, and then Mr. Jefferson. I definitely think this year the Vikings will, of course, repeat how they played last year. Nothing too much has changed. Obviously, Adam Thielen is gone now, but they have someone in his place. So we'll get into this. Kirk Cousins is obviously your starting quarterback, followed by Nick Mullins and Jaron Hall. Your running back now is Alexander Madison. Dalvin Cook is gone, followed by Ty Chandler, Kene Nwangwu, and Dwayne McBride. Wide receiver, man who had his gloves and sleeves retired, Justin Jefferson, followed by Jalen Reagor, who's coming over from the Eagles, Blake Prohl, and then Thayer Thomas. Next after that, it's going to be Jordan Addison, Brandon Powell, Tristan Jackson, Lucky Jackson, and then for your wide receiver, KJ Osborne, Jalen Naylor, Cephas Johnson III, and then Garrett Maig. Your tight end is TJ Hawkinson, followed by Josh Oliver, Johnny Munt, and Nick Muse. Fullback's going to be C.J. Ham, Christian Darrisaw as your left tackle, Ezra Cleveland, left guard, center, Garrett Bradbury, right guard, Ed Ingram, and then right tackle, Brian O'Neill. As far as your defense, Dean Lowry, Karis Tonga, Harrison Phillips, Daniel Hunter, Brian Asamoah II, Jordan Hicks, Marcus Davenport, Andrew Booth Jr., Harrison Smith, Cameron Bynum, and Byron Murphy. And then as far as for special teams, you have Greg Joseph, Ryan Wright, Brandon Powell, Kene Nwangwu for kick returns, and then Andrew DePaula for your long snapper. So there you go. Sheila says Henry is a beast. I'll say just the first couple sentences in that, or a couple words in that, Sheila. I wasn't going to say the whole thing now. Shout out to you. That's your opinion. Shout out to Shante says, who wins the division, the Lions or the Vikings? Because it will be between those two. Yeah, without a doubt. Man, and that's tough. That's tough. Coming in with the good questions. Shout out to you, Shante. I want to say Vikings, but at the same time, I've been praising Mr. Jared Goff, and I feel like they're going to have a hell of a year. If I had to put all the chips down, though, I'd probably go with the Lions. I think the Lions are going to be the winner of the division this year. Yeah. I got to go with the Lions on that one. So, yeah, let's get into the schedule. All right, so for your Minnesota Vikings preseason, Thursday, 8-10, next Thursday, it's going to be at 10 p.m. against the Seahawks. 8-19 is going to be against the Tennessee Titans at 8 p.m. And then Saturday, 8-26 is going to be against your Arizona Cardinals at 1 p.m. Starting the regular season, week 1. You've got your Buccaneers, followed up by the Eagles, Chargers, Panthers, Kansas City Chiefs, Chicago Bears, San Francisco 49ers, Green Bay Packers, Atlanta Falcons, Saints, Broncos, Bears, Raiders. And then you've got the Bengals, the Lions, Green Bay, and then the Lions again. This is one interesting schedule, to say the least. All right. Vikings, I'm going to give them week 1. Eagles are going to be tough. Did you guys see that post with Jalen Hurts? Someone took a picture of him on his phone, and on the background of his phone, he had a picture of him walking off the field from his Super Bowl loss. That should tell you where this man's mind is at right now. He has the background, his wallpaper on his phone, a picture of him walking off the field after the Super Bowl loss. That man's ready to go. So I'm going to go Eagles here. Chargers and Vikings, 50-50. I think it's going to be a good game. If I were to give the edge to somebody, it'd probably have to be the Chargers on this one. Next is going to be the Panthers. I'm going to go in and give the Vikings against the Panthers. Next is going to be the Chiefs. I got to go with the Super Bowl champs. Next is going to be against the Bears. As much as I love Justin Fields and company, and they've made some good changes, I'm going to have to go with the Vikings on this one. I just think they have the more all-around better team. Next is going to be against the 49ers. Mr. Brock Purdy is starting. Will we see a repeat of Brock Purdy last year before the injury? I'm thinking so. I really am. I'm going to go 49ers. Next after that's going to be against the Packers. I'm going to have to go Vikings here. I'm not sure of Jordan Love yet. Against a great team. Next is going to be the Falcons. I'm going to give the Vikings this one. The Saints and the Vikings, another 50-50 game. I'm going to give the edge to the Vikings on this one. Broncos, I'm going to give the Vikings this. The rematch, which is going to be a Monday night game on November 27th. I'm going to have to go Vikings on a Monday night. And followed up with the bye week. After that, it's going to be against the Raiders, Jimmy Garoppolo and company. Yeah, I think this should be a clear-cut victory for the Vikings. Bengals again. I'm going to have to go Bengals there. I'm going Lions on Christmas Eve. 12:31, Green Bay. I got them taking Green Bay. And then the rematch for the Lions. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, yeah, I think the Vikings will make the postseason. Shout out to Dave. Says Hall of Fame game is Thursday. Yeah, man. I'm going to be streaming it, and we're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun, and I'll be excited to see you guys here for it. Gavin says, oh, God. Serious Biz, not convinced Love is ready. No, not at all. Not at all. You know, it's different when, it's late in the season and your star quarterback gets hurt and then you got to come out on the field and, play backup. Opposed to starting the season, fresh team, players are gone that were important to the Packers. I definitely see them having a lot of trouble going into next season. So, yeah. I've got those Vikings making it to the playoffs. Shout out to Duke, says Jay Kincaid looking good in camp so far. Listen, there's going to be a lot of I think Kincaid's definitely going to see a lot of time out there. And if he can catch that ball just like Knox can, which for the most part he's been doing very good, I definitely think he's going to be great as the season progresses.